symptoms such as high blood pressure, fast heartbeat, shortness of breath, or muscle pain. Before seeking to present, tell your doctor if you have diabetes, inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD, or are pregnant or planning to become pregnant. Tepezza may raise your blood sugar even if you do not have diabetes and may worsen IBD such as Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis.
Guys, how is everybody? Good morning, Robinson. Hey, Mo. Hey, Anxious. How is everybody? Good morning to everybody that's listening, maybe not chatting. I hope everyone is safe and happy. Hey, Dana Marie. Good morning. Anxious. It's today's better. I'll just say that. Hey, SM. Today is better. I'm gonna talk about that. Talk about our weekend just a little bit. In a few minutes. Give everybody a couple more minutes to get into chat because it was a long weekend, guys. Long. Hey, Tia. It was a long weekend. Yes, guys. Please hit that thumbs up, subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Hit that notification bell so you'll get notified. I'm trying to schedule my lives. Hey, Sharon. I'm trying to schedule my lives at least 30 minutes in advance so that you'll get notifications. Hey, Capri. Hey, girl. I was hoping you'd be able to at least listen from work. Yes, it was a very long weekend on multiple counts. Yes. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, guys. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. All right. Hey, Tracy Ann. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for saying hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate everyone being here. Tracy Ann, we just sit and talk sometimes, and today's going to be just a sit and talk day. First, I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about my weekend. Most of y'all know I live in Tennessee. Okay. Friday afternoon, my husband came home from work and he said, we're supposed to get some severe storms tonight. We get severe storms here a lot. So I didn't really think that much of it. My dad does have a basement. We went there occasionally, but just didn't seem that bad. Hey, Cece. It's good to see you. It's been a while since I saw you. Sharon and I live in West Tennessee. I live about halfway between Memphis and Nashville. My husband was scheduled to work Saturday at his main job. And then I couldn't sleep Friday night. When the barometric pressure changes, I have trouble sleeping. My head, I have trouble with all of it. I have trouble with everything. I have trouble sleeping. I have trouble, you name it. Thank you, Dana Marie. You too. I was having trouble sleeping, so I was just up in the living room. And guys, I swear to you, I heard a tornado come over our house. It sounded like it was going to take our front door off in our living room. It was terrible. I screamed for my husband and woke him up, and he said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Listen," and he could still hear it. And he said, "Oh no!" And oh, Cece, I'm so sorry. Yeah, oh, that's terrible, Cece. I'll keep you in my prayers. Um, my husband said, "Oh no," and he said, "We don't have time to get to your dad's." He said, "We're not getting in the car and trying to get over." My dad and I share a driveway, but he said, "We're not doing that. We're not going out in this." So we hunkered down the best we could in our house. There is someone coming today to inspect our house. There's no visible damage, but my dad and my husband want both of our houses checked just to make sure there's not any damage that we can't see that was caused by it, because everything shook. Everything shook. The windows, it was awful. I did not know what we were going to walk. I live in a lot of around a lot of trees. We were terrified what we were going to wake up to. Yes, Sharon Ann, very scary, very scary. I want to talk just a little bit about this tomorrow on Case Cares. Mo and I are going to do a special Case Cares there. Just to talk about about the weekend, and Kentucky was hit really hard. We want to talk about ways that we can, ways that we can mentally handle, mentally deal with these things, and even ways that we can, if we feel led to, financially help with these things. But I want to tell y'all a little bit about the way that God works. My son is a diesel mechanic. My oldest one is. He's a diesel mechanic. Hey, DPD doo. I mean, he works at a building a lot of times. Sometimes he has to go out on the interstate, work on 18-wheelers. He just has to go all over. The man that he works for also owns another business, and he had 3 chainsaws for sale Friday at my son's work. And my son's 24, and he thought, I might buy one. You never know when you're going to need one. He's trying to buy things up for when he maybe someday gets married and he has his own house and things. He'll have some things bought up, So he bought a chainsaw. His friend called him and that works for the county, and says, I'm on call tonight for county cleanup, or not county cleanup, but like checking the roads and stuff for blockages. Do you want to come and hang out at my house and, maybe go out with me if there are any blockages? And my son said, sure. And he told his buddy, he said, I just bought this chainsaw today at work. You think we might need it? And his buddy said, sure, bring it. My son needed that chainsaw Friday night. He helped cut down trees to free people. Their roads were completely blocked. Their driveways were blocked. They couldn't get out. But we're going to talk about this even more tomorrow. But guys, God lays something on your heart, you just do it. You just do it. And my son said he felt like God was laying it on his heart to buy that chainsaw Friday. He didn't know why. And he did it. And yeah, Mo and her mother have had a very emotional weekend. They have. guys. God was speaking to him, to my son, to prepare. He sure was. I believe that with all of my heart. Um, hey, Res Rose. Um, yes, Tia, it is strange how things like that work. Um, guys, hold on just a second. I gotta grab my drink. I thought that I had it, but I didn't. Give me, give me just a second, guys. Won't take me just a minute. Sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry. I thought I had it right here beside of me, but I didn't. And my mouth was getting dry. Yes, God was preparing him. He was preparing my son. Yes, with its servant heart. And he called us about 9 o'clock and he said, "Are y'all okay?" And he couldn't get through to my phone, so he called my husband's. Well, let me tell you this first. My husband got to work, and of course, there was no electricity in my county. So my husband got sent back home. One of the factories that that they send their work out to was destroyed. There's nothing left of it. It's gone, zero, nothing. It's totally 100% gone. We don't know yet what that's going to mean for where they send their work to. But those families need prayer. They don't have a job this morning. Hey, Rowdy Gal. All right. And then, hey, Lorianne. It's just been a rough weekend, guys. But like I said, Mo and I are planning a special tomorrow on Case Cares. If you guys want to join in. No, Tracy, and we had a tornado. There was a tornado warning. Our phones did go off. Tornado warnings. And it wasn't really raining that bad, guys. That's the thing about it. It wasn't really raining that bad. It wasn't really doing a whole lot. And I don't know. I guess I was naive. And when it went off, I thought, I was thinking, well, we're going to lose TV here in a few minutes because I have satellite TV and internet. And I thought, well, we're going to lose TV and we're going to lose internet. We lost everything. From Friday night until last night, we didn't have power. My other son went to a neighboring city to see about purchasing a generator Saturday evening, and they were all gone. He went to a city over and found one. Of course, they had jacked the prices up, but that's okay. We had to have one. We buy beef by the half and put in our freezer, and we couldn't let $1,200 worth of meat ruin because somebody wanted to be a jackbutt and jack up the price of a generator. All right. Now, I want to talk to y'all about something else. Some of y'all probably saw the community post that I made. I want to explain the community post that I made. I didn't do it without advisement. There's a certain creator who has went out of their way multiple times to dox me. They have doxed me. My attorney is involved. I'm not playing the I've got one, just telling you I've got one just to say that. I have one. They advised me Friday before the storms hit, step by step, on how to privacy strikes this person because they've been in contact with YouTube. This person left my full picture up on a screen, gave my name, city, and state that I live in. Doxing. That's all you can make out of it. They doxed me. So my attorney advised me on how to privacy strike them. So then they made a community post and took it a step further and put a direct link in to a video that gave even more information about me and my doctor. My doctor's name, the clinic, city, and state where he practices. It's all there, guys. My information that I posted still up. You can go to their community tab and see what they have said about me. It's all still there. It's all there. And so while I was dealing with severe weather, a father-in-law that needed electricity for medical reasons, my own health issues that I don't really want to get into right now from this weekend. While I was dealing with all of that, they were having a field day on my community tab, and I couldn't respond because I didn't have electricity. And a tornado had just came through my county. Now, I have never lied about my medical history. Never. Ever. I did a video with my doctor specifically to treat. He specifically treats migraines. He treated me for migraines that I started having after I suffered a stroke in 2011. The way it was explained to me, pressure buildup in my brain caused the migraines. Anybody wants to argue with that can find my neurologist and argue with them. But I don't think someone that's got a YouTube channel and doesn't have a medical degree is qualified to do that. I only told people about my medical issues to try to help people and encourage others. I've had people tell me that I've helped their family recover, help them and their family through recovery. I had one viewer even tell me that they wanted to give up on therapy until they heard my story. That their mom wanted to give up. And after she heard my story, it convinced her mother to keep going. I've always been open about my migraines. Always. I've even told people that I met on on YouTube that I thought were my friends about my migraines. and where I got the help at. The residual side effects from my stroke will never go away. Never. I don't want to talk about it too much, but it was proven this weekend. The residual side effects from it will never go away. I don't really care what the other side thinks. I don't. They don't live in my body. They don't go to my doctor's appointments. They don't pay our medical bills. They don't pay for my prescriptions. They don't help take care of me on the days that I need care. All they do is want to cause harm. This he said, she said business is for the birds. I have constantly told people, if I have hurt you, I started in August, guys. If there was anyone that I thought that I had offended or hurt, emailing and contacting these people. Yes, kindness is free. You're exactly right, Robin. So kindness is free. I started in August contacting people that I thought that I had hurt because I was under conviction about it. If I have hurt you and I have not spoken to you and you feel like that I have hurt you, reach out to me. My number scrolling across the bottom, my email scrolling across the bottom. Text me, email me, something. I'll talk to you about it. I'll hear what you have to say. But what you do not have the right to do is sit on a panel and say that I did not have a stroke. You don't have that right. Did you go to medical school? Did you do a residency in neurology? If not, did you examine me? If not, you don't have the right to say that I didn't have a stroke. I know what my body went through. I know what happened. I lived it. My husband made a video approximately a month or so ago. It was about a minute and a half long. My husband's very short with words, especially with stuff like this. He gets very aggravated. He's very short with words. And so it was very short, sweet, to the point, asking this creator to leave his wife alone, that I had been through enough. Even that didn't work. Mo knows what I went through this weekend. I'm not getting upset, Mo, before I say this. I'm not, but I'm just going to tell y'all. Had trouble talking, had trouble walking, had trouble singing. I almost ended up in the ER again. Think these people cared? Not a care in this world. Not one. Not one. Not one. Not one iota. And one of the people that's bothering me is supposed to be a registered nurse. Not one iota. Not once. Not one time. They want, hey, Boots Mama, they want me to come on camera and lie. They want me to come on camera and say that I did not have a stroke. I will never say that because I did have a stroke. You want to play semantics. Was it a migraine that mimics a stroke? Was it a stroke? Well, you know what? You can actually have both. And I did have both. Now, again, I'm telling you, my email, mycasediscussion@gmail.com. My phone number, 731-298-3358. If I've hurt you and you feel like you're owed an apology, strap your boots on and reach out to me. Because this he said, she said business, I'm done with. I'm done with it. I'm getting back to my channels. You think you're going to run me off of YouTube? If a stroke didn't get rid of me, you don't have what it takes to. Exactly, Rez. Exactly, Rez Rose. That's what they think. They think they're the pillars of the community, YouTube community, that they can demand. And another thing I want to say, just because I was on panel with someone and they said something doesn't mean that I can be held responsible for what came out of their voice, out of their mouth. I can't. That's like saying if you're at Walmart and someone comes in and robs the store, that you can be held responsible. You can't. Yeah. Tia, they demanded the actual result page that went detail by detail of every diagnosis that the radiologist made from that. And my attorney said no. He said, you've given them all that you can. They are arguing, one of them is saying that the clinical history can be told by a patient. Okay, I'm a nurse. Some of you may be, I don't know. I know some of my subs are nurses and some aren't. But the words in the clinical history are those words that you would walk into, even if you weren't already a patient in the hospital, that you would walk into a doctor's office and say, that CT scan was done as a follow-up before I was discharged to make sure that I didn't have any bleeding on my brain before they sent me home. My stroke was called an ischemic stroke on the right side. Basically, I had damage, but I didn't have any. I had blood vessel damage, but I didn't have any bleeding. I didn't have an active bleed. I thank God every day that I didn't have an active bleed. Yeah, there was actually a comment on there that said, try again with the results. I want to see in all caps. Thank you, Anxious. I appreciate that. So, guys, I just want to tell y'all this. If you're supporting, I hate to even say that side, because I don't want it to be that side, this side, that side. I don't want it to be like that. But if you're supporting someone that demands a creator post their personal medical history on YouTube, please think about who you're supporting. Because if they'll do it to me, they'll do it to you. If they'll do it to me, they'll do it to you. So I ask you to think about who you support. Do I regret ever mentioning that I had a stroke? No, because I've helped people. The lady who told me her mother almost gave up on therapy until she heard my story. Mods, I think we're getting bombed. Please, if you see those, just report them. I'm helping you too, just so that you know. Um, I've always said everyone's welcome here, and you are. Everyone is welcome here. They did, Res Rose. They called me a friend at one time. I took up for him because his pictures where he was brutally attacked were being broadcast, and I took up for him. I defended him. Yeah. I only first ever mentioned my speech, guys, is because sometimes I'll have trouble getting words to come out. Sometimes the words may not make sense. Sometimes it may not even be the appropriate word that I say next. Mo experienced that this weekend. I was embarrassed when I went back and have reread some of the texts that I sent her. But you don't have the right to come on and demand anyone show you anything. Oh, Lorianne. A lot of people tell me that, Lorianne. I mean, a lot of people do. Um, this weekend proved to me that stress does bring back the residuals. And Mo even made a comment that on that community post that she couldn't believe people were acting like that after the weekend that we had just had with terrible weather. Didn't phase them a bit. Did not phase them one bit. In fact, they doubled down. Love you too, Robin. So I love all of you guys. I really do. People can talk about, oh, it's love bombing all they want to. No, I sincerely mean it. I love all of you. I love all my subs. I loved I love all of my mods. I love my channels. I love talking to people. I love our community. And I'm not leaving over them. I'm not, guys. I'm not going anywhere. They may knock me down a day or two, They won't knock me down for long. It's like I responded this weekend to someone. My backbone may be crooked, but it's strong. And my mother did not raise me to be a weak woman. Not at all. Not at all. So if you think you're going to run me off by your scare tactics, think again. You keep telling me that you know the law. You better pray you know it. You better pray that you know it as well as my attorney does. That's all I'm saying. Ah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not going to be mistreated. Do you kind of forget I'm in a protected class? I'm in a protected class, just in case you didn't know. Exactly, Res Rose. Law or no law? What about morals? Yeah. What about morals? Guys, I know you're going to be watching this. What about morals? You're so quick to point out what everyone else does wrong. When are you going to look in the mirror and point out what you do wrong? You see, I started in August, and I have emails and text messages to prove this, apologizing to either side, either anybody that I may have offended by anything. Lorianne, the thought has crossed my mind. Don't think it hasn't. Mo's held me back. Mo's told me, But, you know, and I'll say it right now, if I've offended you for whatever reason, I'm sorry. And that's all that I can say. What are you going to do? Chop my fingers off? I'm sorry, but I kind of need those to take care of my family. I'm not losing those for you. What do you want? The rest of the kidney that the doctor didn't remove for cancer? I don't think you wanted a kidney that's damaged. You know, some scar tissue? Got plenty of that. Oh, I'm not doxing anyone, Boots Mama. I'm not doxing a single person. I've not mentioned a creator. I've not mentioned anyone. No. I am the bigger person. I haven't mentioned a single solitary name. I wouldn't dox. I have morals. Plus, my attorney talked to me about that. Res Rose, I can't even hate watch these people. No. Boots Mama, you read that wrong. She said that she would ask them for their mental health records. No one said anything, Boots Mama, about looking up medical records on anyone. No, that was never said in this chat. I am being the bigger person, or I would be using some 4-letter words right now, Boots Mama. Boots Mama, please make sure that you read the complete thing before you say something, because Lorianne did not say that. I know there's been a lot of things happened on YouTube this weekend. I know there was. I was catching up some last night after we got power back. Yesterday, last night, I was catching up some. I know there was a lot that happened. It was crazy. People turning on each other. Guys, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. 5-year-old Summer Wells is still missing. No one knows where she's at. 4 kids in Michigan high school got shot last week. They're not going home to their families. All those people are dead in Kentucky. Homes destroyed 2 weeks before Christmas. Hugs and smiles are free. Exactly. Exactly, Lorianne. If somebody wants to tell something about their personal information, it's their business to share, not yours. Smiles and hugs are free to give. Kindness costs nothing. Nothing. All you have to do you know it? Do you know that you use more muscles frowning than you do to smile? Smiles are very contagious, Lorianne. Yeah, they found Sophie Long in Mexico, guys. Sophie Long has been found in Mexico, and they are working on the logistics to get her back to get her back to the States. Sophie Long has been found. I think she was found yesterday. I think it was either yesterday or Saturday, Lorianne. Like I said, my internet was very, very splotchy. I could only get internet when we drove into town to get something. So, but she has been found. She needs lots of prayers. That little girl's going to need lots of therapy. And we've got grown creators going at other creators like they're the bully on the playground at recess in 3rd grade. Get over yourselves. Get over yourselves. Oh, what I wanted to say about that paper that I posted, the clinical history. Yeah, I think it was Saturday too, Boots Mom. Thinking back on things, I think it was Saturday. The clinical history, like I said, this was a CT scan that was done in the hospital. it was the second one of that week. Before I could be discharged, to make sure that I didn't have any bleeding, that I didn't have any changes. The doctor entered the following information, and I'll read it to you real quick. In his request for me to get the CT scan, the doctor entered this information. Neuro alert. Stroke scale 5. Stroke scale 5, for those of you who don't know, means a moderate stroke. My stroke was labeled moderate. Left side numbness. Dysarthria. I always have trouble saying that word since I got sick. I'm sorry. That means the muscles and things that help you say words or to talk aren't functioning properly, or there's a neuro issue causing you to not be able to talk. And left leg drift. Left leg drift means they hold your leg up in a 30-degree angle, and they ask you to hold it there and see how long hey, Simply Amy, they ask you to hold it there. And they count how long you can hold it. Mine was 5 seconds, and my leg fell. If you can hold it 30 seconds or above, it's a positive. You don't have a left leg drift. You don't have a leg drift if you can hold it 30 seconds or above. Mine was 5 seconds. I couldn't hold my leg up. But I'm sure that I went in there after having a stroke as an inpatient in a hospital and told the radiologist what to put in my clinical history. I'm sure that I did. Robbins, I got one while ago too. There is a let me see if I can find it, and we'll talk about that too. Let me see if I can get it to pull up. There's a girl in Memphis that's been kidnapped, 16 years old. Now I can't find it. Where did it go to? Hold on just a second, guys. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, it's in Memphis. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm so glad that y'all do love it here. I really am. 17-year-old Barbara Sanders out of Memphis. Barbara was abducted by 39-year-old Lafayette. They call him Lucky Miller. He's wanted by Memphis Police Department for kidnapping. And let me see here. Let me see something here. If I can find it on Twitter to show you guys a picture so y'all will know. Because you never know if somebody's going to see them. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Okay, guys, I'm going to share my page. I won't be able to see the text comments for just a few minutes, but I want to show y'all this picture. Okay, this is Barbara right here. This is Barbara Sanders, 17 years old. She's been kidnapped, allegedly, by this gentleman over here, 39-year-old Lafayette. They call him Lucky Miller. He's wanted by Memphis Police Department for kidnapping. Scroll down here a little bit more. Sanders is 5'6", weighs approximately 150 pounds with brown hair and black hair. Miller is 5'9", 205 pounds with brown eyes, black hair. An Amber Alert has been issued. Let me see if I can see the vehicle. It doesn't tell anything about the vehicle yet. Usually when there's an Amber Alert, they tell about the vehicle. Here are some more pictures of Barbara Sanders. Anyone with information is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. 1-800-TBI-FIND. Guys, this young lady needs to come home. No 39-year-old man has a 17-year-old young lady off with him with good intentions. TBI, please do your job. Find this young lady. There's the Amber Alert poster. I'm going to, give me just a second, guys. I'm going to save that. She needs to be found. This Amber Alert just went out just a little bit ago. Share these pictures. And I'll go back in and hashtag and tag them, tag her and him both in this video when it ends, so that people can find, they're looking, can find information. Oh, bye, Tia. Thank you for stopping in. Yes, he does have a handgun, guys. Please be careful. If you see him, do not approach him. Call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Let the authorities handle it. Don't try to be hero and go in and save the day. Let the authorities handle him. Don't try it. Don't. Not trying to be bossy, but please don't. I want to say something to you guys. I want to thank you. It says he forced himself on 2 teens and one got away and called for help. Oh my God, Mo. I didn't see that part. I'm going to have to investigate this some more. Wow. I want to thank you guys. The people that really have supported me, no matter what, thank you. Thank you for not listening to people who, try to convince you not to talk to me anymore. That's right, Mo. We've got to find Barbara. Barbara needs to be found. How dare any man try to force himself on a young woman, or any woman for that matter? I didn't see that part, Mo. I need to go. Let me see. Let me see if I can find some more information on it. But I do want to thank you guys because y'all have stuck by me, and I appreciate it. It shows me the ones who are here really want to be here. Lorianne, I'll always, I'm glad I'm stuck with you, Lorianne. And I'm glad you're stuck right here with me. Mo texted it to me. Okay, let me see. Oh, I'm sorry, Mo. I thought it was just a copy of the Amber Alert when I first saw it. Let me see what it says. It says Miller, also known as Lucky, forced himself on Sanders when they went into a place of business on Chelsea Avenue near Uptown Memphis, according to the alert. The other team was able to get away and call police around 6 a.m. this morning. He is armed with a small handgun. Wow. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You know, men think that a lot of times, women are just open property. You just do whatever you want to a woman. You want to have sex with them, they think that, oh, bam, have sex with them. No. No means no, and no means no again. No, you don't have the right to put your hands on anyone. Keep your hands to yourself. You learned that in kindergarten, if not before. Keep your hands to yourself. No means no means no. No doesn't mean, oh, until I can take her out to dinner. No doesn't mean no until I can get her drunk. No means no. And I'm not saying anything. Yes, no is always a complete sentence. No explanation needed afterwards. No. You want to have sex with me? No. No explanation needed. You don't need to explain anything more. And I'm not saying anything that we haven't told our own boys, 2 boys, 21 and 24. You don't have the right to inappropriately or appropriately touch anyone of your sex or the opposite sex without consent. Keep your hands to yourself. You don't have the right to even try to go in for a kiss without asking them if it's okay if you kiss them. Don't even try it. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, boys. Don't. Not that I've always been a perfect parent. I don't want anybody to think that. But I always try to remember I was raising someone else's future husband. You want to know what? Oh, my son didn't mean to do anything wrong. Get you? Look at the Duggars. Josh Duggar, guilty of child nastiness. And that's how you have to say it on here, or YouTube will censor you. Nastiness. Lorianne, if I'd had a girl, I'd put her through karate. Mm-hmm. My husband's dad told him. Now, guys, when I started dating my husband, I was 20 years old. I still had a curfew. My husband's dad told him if he had me 1 minute late for curfew getting home, Oh, thank you, Rose. I appreciate that. My husband's dad told him if he was 1 minute late getting me home for curfew, that he would not have to worry about my dad dealing with it. He would deal with it. That my parents had rules and they were protecting me, and that he expected his son to honor my parents' wishes. When we got married, my father in law talked to me privately and told me that if he said, I don't think that it will ever happen, but if he ever lays one finger on you, I want to be the first phone call that you make, and I want you to know it's safe to come to me. Exactly, anxious. But my father-in-law told me, he said, I want you to know it is safe to come to me. If he ever even acts like he's going to raise his hand to hit you. He said, I will deal with him. And then I will drive him to the police department and make him turn himself in. See, guys, that's what people do who are raising men. Josh Duggar's parents, they didn't raise a man. I used to like watching the Duggars. I really did. I thought it was clean TV to watch. Boy, was I wrong. They did not raise men. Yeah, the Amber Alert phone number, guys, for Tennessee is 1-800-TBI-FINE. If anybody knows anything about where Barbara Sanders is, please call 1-800-TBI-FINE. If you saw anything, please call them. Please. Anxious, I used to love watching all their shows, 14 Kids and Pregnant Again or whatever it was. I used to love watching it. And I used to like watching Josh and Anna when they would do segments on them. I loved watching it. And I thought, this is good, clean TV. And then, good grief. Yes, Mo, Jim Bob conveniently forgot all of Josh's past alleged allegations of abuse. It happened to his own daughters, and Jim Bob forgot what his daughters went through. Give me a break. Give me a break. Your own son felt your daughters up. And you forgot it? You know what that reminded me of? Nicole Kessinger couldn't remember what her and Chris Watts talked about for 90 minutes the night before he killed Shanann. You have a 90-minute phone call with a man that you're having an affair with the night before he kills his wife, and you don't remember what y'all talked about. Sure, whatever. Next. Yeah, he blames Jill for it all. Jim Bob blames Jill for all of it. Jim Bob blames Jill for every bit of it. Oh, Lori Hen, you missed a lot then, Lori. Yes, Mo, the victims were his daughters, and he couldn't remember what happened to his own daughters. Exactly, Robin. So they should have gotten him help the moment that they found out. Exactly. They should have gotten him help immediately. Immediately. And not made the girls feel like that they have done something wrong. I mean, for crying out loud, those girls couldn't even be alone on the front porch on the swing with a guy that they were quote unquote courting. They couldn't be alone outside on their families on the front of their family's house on the swing set with a guy on the front porch swing with a guy just to talk. They had to have a chaperone or a camera crew had to sit out there with them as their chaperone. But we got 14-year-old Joshy Poo in here filling them up when they go to bed. That kid better be glad he didn't grow up in my house. Mo, I read about why Jana was charged with child endangerment. What that was she fell asleep while she was babysitting, and one of the kids got to the road, and the county charged her with child endangerment. That's what I read. Lorianne, Josh felt up his sisters. When I say his daughters, I mean Jim Bob's daughters. Josh Duggar, when he was 14, I believe, fondled his sisters, breast and lower, fondled them. His sisters and one person that was, I think, 5 years old. But when Jim Bob got on the stand last week to testify, because they caught some nastiness on Josh's computer at work, and he got on the stand last week to testify, and suddenly Jim Bob couldn't remember any of that happening. Nasty. Do y'all watch Backwoods Barbie? I love watching her. She's just as country as it comes, and she'll say he's just nasty man. Yeah, they sent him to a church camp basically for punishment. But I do want to say this, okay? Jim Bob did take him to a highway patrolman that was a friend of the family and made Josh tell the highway patrolman what he had done. The highway patrolman didn't do anything about it. I don't think that guy is working now as a highway patrolman. Okay, Res Rose, thank you for being here. Oh, no, they're not going to keep me down. I promise you that, girl. I promise you they're not going to keep me down. But he did take them the report said that he did take Josh to a highway patrolman. Oh, I love that Backyards Barbie. I love listening to her. And she just tells it like it is. She just tells it exactly like it is. I love listening to her. Yeah, she's on YouTube. Mo, I'll send you her link. I'll send you her link when we get off. She covers a lot of reality TV stars. Oh my goodness, Lorianne. You're welcome, Mo. Girl, you know we're going to be texting. No, she's on YouTube. Let me see if I can find her. Let me see if I can find her link. And I'll just post it in here so y'all can see it. I don't mind sharing it. Here's her link, guys. Backwoods Barbie. She's as funny as she can be to me. I love listening to her. I listen to her a lot of times when I'm laying down getting ready to go to sleep or whatever, or if I'm at the doctor's office or somewhere waiting on something. I'll listen. She's just as funny as she can be. If I need to pick me up, I'll listen to her. Oh, you're welcome, Anxious. I appreciate you being here. Guys, if you don't mind, if you have an opportunity and can, would you mind sharing our page? I would appreciate it. Sharing is caring. And I would appreciate, if you have opportunity to share Facebook, Twitter, any pages like that. You're welcome, Mo. I would appreciate if you could share the link to our channel. Let's get the sub count back up. The ones who are here, I know are the ones that want to be here. And I do appreciate it more than you will ever know. Like I said, Mo and I, and if Robinzo has something she wants to ask, she's more than welcome to. We're going to be working on a live for tomorrow to talk about the tornadoes. And gotcha, Lori. And I don't blame you. I've taken a long break from Facebook and just done Messenger, but I picked a bad time to go back to even looking at Facebook. I logged back in to my regular Facebook account this morning, and 9 years ago today we buried my mother, and it had pictures of my sons on my memories. Memories pop up. Ugh, I wished I hadn't have, but at the same time, it made me smile at how much my kids have grown. And Mo reminded me my mom's got the best seat in the house. She's got the best seat. She's getting to see everything. The great grandchildren that are being born, not from my kids, from my brother's kids. But my brother's kids, both of them have grandchildren. And my mom has the best seat in the house. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the memories from my mom. My mom helped make me into the woman that I am today. And like I said, I may have a crooked backbone, but I've got a strong backbone because of my mother. And guys, when I say crooked, I really do have a crooked backbone. I have scoliosis. So I really do have a crooked backbone. Oh yeah, I will go on to I will go on as soon as we end this live. I will go on to the community tab and start our prayer chain for today. I'm sorry, guys, I forgot to do it this morning. After this weekend, just crazy, but we definitely need the prayer chain started. Oh, it's okay, Robin. So I know that, girl. It's okay, girl. Please know that those prayer requests are prayed over regularly, multiple times a day. And again, I say, if I have done something to someone, I'm sorry. That's all that I can say. I'm sorry. That's it. If you want to talk to me more about it, there's my phone number. There's my email. But what I will not do, and I'm going to warn you to start with, what I will not do is argue. I don't argue. I won't, and I don't have to. I'm not raising my kids again. Get what I mean? My children are grown. Arguing with the teenagers was left way, way back in the past. Yes, and there was no nonsense on our prayer request post. You post something that's not prayer related on the prayer request post, and it will get deleted. No ifs, ands, buts about it. That is a very serious post. If you've got a gripe about something, you better find somewhere else to post it, not on a prayer request post. That happened last week, won't happen again. Exactly. Prayer requests are off limits for drama. Yes, if a prayer request, if a legitimate prayer request accidentally gets deleted, please just repost it and accept our apologies. Sometimes when you're clicking, your hand can be shaken and you can click the wrong button by accident. Yes, you can put unspoken, anything anonymous, anything like that. You don't have to put exactly what you want prayers for. You can just say, I have a prayer need, and that's fine. We don't need specific details. We just need to know that you want us to pray for you. But yes, we will not accept any foolishness at all on our prayer request post. None at all. Oh, thank you, Anxious. See, I like knowing that even our subs go and pray over those. I do. I love knowing that. I do. I love knowing that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Thank you all so much for listening. Prayer, yes, prayer works. Prayers changes things. Prayers can change what's going on YouTube right now. Oh, you're welcome, Lori Ann. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all so much. Like I said, if anyone thinks that I've offended them, they want to reach out to me in text or email, feel free to do so. But just know that I will not argue with you. I won't. I won't play semantics. I won't argue with you. We can talk about it like adults, or I don't know what to tell you. That's just the way it's going to be. I don't argue. I refuse to. Another thing I won't do is beg anyone to be my friend. I've got enough friends. People saying that I don't have places I can go in YouTube to chat and have friends, you're wrong. I've got a lot of places I can go. I just know where I don't want to go, and I don't go. I've learned a lot since I came to YouTube in May. A lot. Some positive and a lot of negative. Yeah. Thank you all so much for being here, and I love you all. I'll see you guys next time. Text me, email me, call me, whatever, if you need me, okay? I'm always available. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.